So, the story begins back in November 2016, where some high school students had been bullying a boy named Yuta Okatsu for a very long time. They used to harass him constantly, and one day when things went way too far, Yuta summoned his cursed spirit named Rika, and that spirit attacked all those bullies and killed everyone involved. After this incident, Yuta is brought to Jujutsu High, and the higher-ups there make the decision to sentence Yuta to death. But Gojo steps in right there and opposes that decision. The higher-ups tell him that Yuta's execution is happening with his own consent because he wants to be killed, but Gojo tells them straight up that Yuta is just a scared 16-year-old boy. He's just a kid, man, and I can't let him die. Yuta will now join Jujutsu High, and I am taking him with me. After that, Gojo goes directly to meet Yuta in that same chamber where he was kept in custody, and here we find out that Yuta had no control over his cursed spirit Rika, and every time Rika attacked people to protect him, Yuta felt incredibly guilty, and because of that, Yuta had even tried to commit suicide one day, but Rika stopped him and saved his life. Rika was a childhood friend of Yuta who became a cursed spirit after she died, and now Rika wants to protect Yuta from everyone at any cost, and that's why Yuta didn't want anyone else to get hurt because of him, which is why he had even agreed to his own execution. Gojo explains to Yuta that the curse upon you, meaning your friend Rika, if you learn to control her, you can use her to save people as well. Kid, that's why you should join Jujutsu High now. Now Yuta's admission to Jujutsu High is finalized. He puts on his locket and heads toward the class. Yuta's classmates are the first-year students Maki, Panda, and Inumaki, whom we have already seen before in Season 1. Now, as soon as Yuta enters the classroom, Maki, Panda, and Inumaki immediately sense his presence, and they are shocked to see who this cursed spirit with him is, and then Gojo tells those three about Yuta, and then we are shown a flashback of Yuta and Rika. 6 years ago, Yuta and Rika were best friends, and Rika gives Yuta an engagement ring and says that when we both grow up, we will get married and stay together forever and ever. But one day Rika unfortunately dies in an accident, and before dying, she reminds Yuta of that same marriage promise, and since then, she has been with Yuta as a cursed spirit. Gojo tells everyone that as you can see, Yuta has a cursed spirit. He has been cursed by his own best friend who still loves him very much, so if anyone tries to attack Yuta, Rika will get activated, who is always there with him. We see that Gojo sends Yuta on his first mission to an elementary school where a cursed spirit was killing small children. Maki and Yuta both have to exorcise that spirit and rescue 2 children trapped in that school. Now Gojo creates a boundary and leaves from there, watching them from a distance. Since this is Yuta's first mission, he is very nervous. Maki tells him that the weaker spirits are, the more they stay together in swarms, and Maki realizes that Yuta is a special grade sorcerer. They are talking to each other when suddenly that cursed spirit attacks them, causing Maki's cursed tool and Yuta's ID card to fall down, and that spirit swallows them both. Now they both were inside the stomach of that spirit, and there they also find those 2 children they were supposed to save, but due to the curse, those 2 children were about to die soon. Seeing this, Yuta gets very scared, and then Maki also suddenly collapses. Those kids start crying looking at Maki and say to Yuta, "We don't want to die, please save us." Poor Yuta can't do anything and he freezes up, and then Maki angrily asks him, "Why did you even join Jujutsu High? What do you want to do in life? What do you want to achieve?" And now Yuta becomes very nervous and says, "I just don't want to hurt anyone, that's why I even thought about dying. But Gojo-sensei told me that I should help people, so now I want to save people, I want to help others." So Maki tells him, "Then go and kill as many curses as possible." And hearing this, for the first time, Yuta consciously summons Rika of his own will to help him. Yuta takes out his locket and calls Rika, and then we see that as soon as Rika comes out, she kills every single curse within just a few seconds. Now, seeing Rika, Gojo realizes that she is a special great spirit, and we see Yuta coming out of that school carrying Maki and those 2 children on his shoulders, and in this way, he completes his first mission. And now Gojo takes them all to the hospital, and seeing his small child in the hospital, Yuta remembers his past, and in the flashback, we see that Yuta met Rika for the first time in a hospital, and when Rika proposed to him, Yuta was also very happy, and Yuta himself had promised Rika that they would stay together forever. And not just that, after Rika's accident, Yuta couldn't even accept her death. He couldn't believe how she could die, and thinking about all this, Yuta cries a lot. Poor Yuta. Now, after this, we see Gojo has a meeting with the higher-ups where they question Gojo. "How did such negligence happen while you were there? How did you let a cursed spirit like Rika come out?" Gojo tells them, "No sirs, I haven't made any mistake. I did this intentionally, but there is one thing that I still don't understand. How can a little girl like Rika become such a powerful special grade curse?" On this, the higher-ups tell him that all of that is fine, but you must not forget that Yuta's execution has only been suspended for a few days for now. But Gojo tells them, "Sirs, don't you forget that if anything like that happens, I am definitely going to take Yuta's side." Now, after this, we see Gojo taking Yuta inside a room where many curse tools are kept. Gojo tells him that exorcising a powerful cursed spirit like Rika is almost impossible. "Kid, but her curse can definitely be broken. I know you use your engagement ring to connect with Rika, and yes, if any curses imprison inside an object, then that curse becomes much more stable. So here, take this katana. All you have to do is keep borrowing Rika's curse little by little and make that curse enter into this katana and then control it, and if you manage to do that, then one day for sure you will be able to fully control Rika, and when that happens, both you and Rika will be free. And hearing this, Yuta becomes very happy. After that, Yuta trains non-stop with Maki for the next 3 months and Gojo observes him. Then Gojo sends Yuta on a mission with Inumaki, but before leaving, Gojo says to Yuta, "Yuta, keep one thing in mind, no matter what happens, this time you will not summon Rika, you will not let her come out. You only have to use as much of Rika's power as you can channel into that katana." And saying this much, Gojo leaves from there. After that, Yuta and his friend arrive at a shopping mall where there is a cursed spirit they have to exorcise. They start their mission, and after going a little further, they spot a cursed spirit, and before Yuta can even think of anything, Inumaki finishes that spirit using his cursed speech technique. Yuta is incredibly impressed seeing this move, like, man, how is this even possible? You defeated it within a second. Now, after that, both of them start heading out from there when suddenly another spirit appears there. This spirit was very powerful, and exorcising it was not something those two could handle easily. Now a very dangerous fight starts between them, and after fighting for a while, Yuta finishes that spirit with Rika's help. This was the first time Yuta had properly used Rika's power by summoning it into his katana. Now, after that, both of them start heading out from there, and right then we see Geto behind them, who at that time had Yuta's student ID. And not just that, now Geto also had Toji Fushigiro's pet spirit, as we saw in the previous part that after Toji died, his spirit had come to Geto on its own, and that's why Toji's spirit is now with Geto. After this, Gojo arrives there at that shopping mall, and right then he realizes that one of Geto's spirits has arrived there, and now Geto has a full-fledged team of cursed spirits of his own, and all those people help him in completing his missions. Among them are those two little girls whom Geto had rescued in his childhood, who have now grown up and are looking quite beautiful, and the names of those two girls are Mimiko and Nanako, and then Gojo reveals that this is Geto's work. After that, we see Geto. A girl comes to him who felt like she was being haunted by a ghost. She had a curse on her which Geto absorbs, and hearing his own praise gives Geto a lot of happiness. And on the other side, we see Gojo and Principal Yaga talking to each other when suddenly Geto enters Jujutsu High with his team, and he meets Yuta and his friends. As soon as he sees Yuta, Geto starts talking to him. He wanted Yuta to help them in creating a world where only sorcerers live, and for that, he is going to kill every single ordinary human being. Yuta and his friends are quite shocked hearing this, like, what is this guy even saying? Man, is this dude crazy or something? And right then Gojo and his comrades also arrive there. But Yuta tells Geto that he will not help him. Then Gojo asks Geto, "So, Geto, what have you come here to do?" Geto tells him that he has come here to declare a war between them and Jujutsu High, and this war will begin on the night of December 24th. And on that night, Geto will release 100 cursed spirits inside Tokyo, and if you have the guts, then try to stop me. And saying all this, Geto leaves from there with his team with the help of several cursed spirits. After that, we are given more information about Geto. So now we find out that Geto wants to absorb Rika and Yuta because she is a special grade cursed spirit and very powerful, and for that, he first has to kill Yuta. Also, Geto knew that those people would not bring Yuta along with them in the war because if Rika came out, she would finish the people on both sides. So on the night of December 24th when everyone will be busy, he will go to Jujutsu High alone and kill Yuta to absorb Rika. Now, after that, the night of December 24th arrives, every single sorcerer had reached the location mentioned by Geto, and right then Geto starts entering Jujutsu High. According to his plan, Yuta was right here, but Maki was also there with Yuta. Conversations were going on between those two when suddenly they see Geto's barrier in the sky, and Maki comes in front of Geto to fight him. On the other side, many spirits were ready to attack all of Tokyo, and the Jujutsu High people were also fully ready to strike back, but Gojo could not see Geto anywhere. And Gojo realizes that Geto must be at Jujutsu High at this moment. After that, Gojo sends Panda and Toge to Jujutsu High and tells them that Maki and Yuta's lives are in danger. He says he'll finish the work here and join them soon, and then Gojo uses his technique to teleport both of them to Jujutsu High. Geto's team now begins the attack, and a foreign curse user named Miguel comes in front of Gojo to fight him. On the other side, through Gojo's technique, Panda and Toge teleport on top of the barrier, but Geto had already defeated Maki, and Maki was looking quite badly injured. Right then Panda arrives there, and a very dangerous fight starts between those two. Panda goes into his gorilla mode and starts landing several attacks on Geto, but Geto isn't weak either. Man, not at all. Geto dodges all of Panda's attacks, and then Geto picks up Maki's weapon and stabs it right through Panda's body, but Panda doesn't die, and right then Toge arrives there and uses his cursed speech to crush Geto into the ground. They think they've won, so they start heading toward Maki. Maki tries to warn both of them, but by then it was way too late, and Geto launches a very dangerous attack on all three of them, which leaves all three of them severely injured. Yuta was inside and he couldn't understand anything about what he should do or what exactly was going on outside. Now Geto, after defeating those three, starts heading inside. And right then Yuta comes out and gets incredibly angry seeing the condition of his friends. Yuta summons Rika out and starts fighting all of Geto's curses, and in the middle of this fight, he leaves his friends in a safe place. After that, Yuta returns to fight Geto along with Rika, and Geto sends many cursed spirits toward Yuta. Now Yuta uses a microphone that was made from Toge's cursed speech, and with its help, Yuta finishes all the cursed spirits in one single go. Seeing this, Geto was quite impressed because learning cursed speech is very difficult, but Yuta had started using this technique after just a few days of training. On the other side, all the jujitsu people were fighting those curses, and for the first time, we see Mei, who was fighting a very dangerous battle, and we also see those two girls. Meanwhile, Gojo and Miguel's fight was going on. Miguel was just trying to waste Gojo's time, which was making Gojo quite angry. Then a very dangerous looking curse starts coming toward Gojo, which Gojo strikes down with his limitless technique. After that, he starts beating Miguel very badly, and to save himself from Gojo, he now has to hide. Over here, hearing Geto's talk makes Yuta even more angry, and a very dangerous fight starts between the two of them. Yuta was able to fight quite well with Rika's help, but still, he wasn't able to defeat Geto. Geto hits Yuta with the help of his curse, causing him to fall far away. Geto was just about to kill Yuta when Rika arrives there and saves him. After that, Yuta starts his fight again, and this time he was much faster than before. Yuta uses so much power that his sword actually breaks. Seeing this, Geto starts laughing at him, and right then Yuta punches Geto very hard, sending Geto flying back. Now Geto brings out a special great curse from within him and tells all of his 4,000 cursed spirits to attack Yuta all at once. On the other side, Nanami is also showing his moves and killing all the curses, and now we also see the Kyoto students who were fighting in a very dangerous way, people we had seen in previous parts, like Tadu, Mekamaru, and all those guys. But now Yuta tells Rika that he wants to use her power for one last time so that he can win against Geto, and in exchange, he is fully ready to sacrifice himself so that they both can be together forever. Hearing this, Rika enters her most powerful form. Geto is quite shocked seeing this and realizes that to win, Yuta is sacrificing himself, after which Geto launches his attack. But in front of Rika's attack, every single one of his cursed spirits is destroyed right there. The attack from both of them was so powerful that the entire place gets destroyed, and only smoke can be seen everywhere. After a while, Geto comes out and he was looking very badly injured, but he was thinking that next time he would definitely obtain Rika, and right then Gojo appears in front of him. They share some old memories, and we also find out that Geto did not kill Maki, Panda, and Yuta on purpose because Geto has a lot of respect in his heart for jujitsu sorcerers. He only hates non-sorcerers. Then Geto gives Yuta's ID back to Gojo. On the other side, Yuta is lying unconscious, and his friends wake him up. Yuta was very happy to see them all okay. Then Rika arrives there, and Yuta tells them all that in exchange for Rika's powers, he has promised to stay with her forever. Hearing this, everyone is quite shocked. Yuta starts walking toward Rika, but right then Rika returns to her human form. Then Gojo arrives there and tells them all that actually, Yuta is no ordinary human, he is a very special person, and he and Gojo belong to the same bloodline and are distant relatives, which is why Yuta is so powerful. Gojo also tells them that Rika had never cursed Yuta. Instead, Yuta had cursed Rika after her death because he wasn't accepting Rika's death, and due to his negative emotions, Rika had become a curse, but today she has been set free. Hearing this, Yuta starts crying because poor Rika had to suffer so much because of him. He had cursed Rika, his own love. Right then Rika comes to him, hugs him, and tells him, in these 6 years, I had a lot of fun with you, and now Rika's soul finds peace, and Yuta says goodbye to her one last time. Now, after some time, we see that Gojo is sending Yuta and all of them on a new mission. In the ending scene, we see Miguel and Yuta are having lunch together. Actually, Gojo had made a deal with Miguel that he would leave him alive, but in return, Miguel would have to train Yuta. And now Yuta's training is going on, and the second part of this series ends right here.